we long suspected that the merry-go-round that is the driver swap out that happens every single year in the championship would be coming soon, and it has done. So this week, obviously, we already knew that Valtteri Bottas was going to be moving on. I think we kind of felt that in our waters. He has, this week, signed for Alfa Romeo Racing with Sauber and Orlen, or whatever order that's in. So let's just dissect that very, very quickly. How do we feel about Valtteri Bottas going to Alfa Romeo?
I've always liked him as a driver. Chance to kind of come along and be a bit of a new challenge. I don't think we'll be seeing him too far up the grid, bless him, in the Alfa Romeo. But he can always cause problems during races. He knows how to frustrate those behind him.
Yeah, exactly. And I think lots of teams are signing on to the fact that obviously there's huge amounts of changes in the F1 car next year, and everybody, rightfully, I think most teams are saying, oh, well, we've not done too much in development the last 2 years because the change of regulation, the change of car, the COVID crisis, all the rest of it. But next year, this is the year that we're going to do it. And I think Valtteri's young enough but also experienced enough to add overall mechanical and driving know-how to that team. But of course, that leaves a seat at Mercedes. And at time of recording, we are saying that George Russell has gone to Mercedes. So that has been confirmed. I mean, it wasn't exactly a secret. We all knew it was going to happen. But that's been confirmed. Jorge Russell to Mercedes. What do we reckon?
Yeah, as my mum would call it, a well-kent tale. That one. Will kind of knew it was coming.
Yeah.
He's definitely been knocking on the door, obviously getting his podium second place finish recently under obviously the waters of Belgium. Mm-hmm. But no, I think this guy's got a promising future, and yeah, definitely one for Mercedes, and see why they wanted to plug for him.
Yeah, I agree. I think he did a great job when he filled in for Lewis last year. He's obviously been doing really well for Williams this year in a car that is not as competitive as just not as competitive as other motors on the grid, and doing well. And he is a Mercedes driver being promoted. So a Mercedes junior driver has ended up in a prime seat. I think the first time since Lewis. And
that worked out not too bad for them.
It's worked out not too bad, right? So there we have it. Just a small nod. That does mean that there is a seat left to fill at Williams. Our money on that one is 6'5" Stuart Wilson. He will be joining Williams to fit in the car. It's probably going to be an Alex Albon or Nick de Vries. I think. That's my money on that one. Albon, obviously, still a contracted racer for Red Bull. So whether a Williams team with a Mercedes power unit will allow a Red Bull driver into their midst, we are yet to see, which is why it makes potentially slightly more sense for Nick de Vries, who's the Formula E world champion and Mercedes driver, to make the jump into a Mercedes-driven Williams. But tell us what you think. Who is going to be driving in the Williams next year? How is George Russell going to get on as Lewis Hamilton's teammate? Traditionally not the easiest role when you've got two very ambitious drivers in the same team. And how is Valtteri Bottas going to get on at Alfa Romeo? All very deep and meaningful questions.